know if you're struggling with self-confidence or if you're just curious to know what the steps that I'm going to talk about are, but self-confidence is something that affects all of us. I think most people, if not everyone, struggle with their self-confidence at one point or another in their life. And I think many times as well we focus too much on the effects of low self-confidence rather than addressing the root cause. I've watched a lot of videos and preachings and sermons about self-confidence over time. I've learned a lot from Dr. Miles Monroe. I'll link in the description down below some of his preachings or sermons on self-confidence. I found them very useful. They're a bit long, but they are really insightful. So in today's video, I just wanted to gather and collect together some of the advice that I've learned from his own preachings, as well as my take on self-confidence and the steps that I've taken in my life to work on achieving long-lasting self-confidence. So step number 1 is training your mind to believing that you are enough and you can make it. Confidence stems from what we believe or don't believe about ourselves. So what do you think of yourself is your level of confidence, meaning that the less you think of yourself, the less self-confidence you have. The solution is simple, but not easy, and it is training your mind to think differently. You have to start choosing your thoughts carefully. Don't just accept whatever thought pops into your mind out of habit. Start taking control of your thoughts by deciding what you want to think about yourself. Remind yourself, I am strong, I am able, I can make it, I can finish that marathon, I can do well in that exam. What you think determines how you act. So if you're able to take control of your thoughts, then your actions and behavior will start changing as well. If you need any tips for how to start taking control of your thoughts, make sure to watch my video on 5 simple steps to start taking control of your thoughts. Step number 2 to achieving confidence is know who you are. The problem is oftentimes nowadays we don't really know who we are. We just compare ourselves to other people or what other people are doing in their lives, and from those comparisons we sort of draw and think whether we are enough or not. There's a very famous quote from Albert Einstein which says, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will always think that it is stupid. And I think the quote itself might sound silly, because why would you judge a fish by an ability that they don't need? But that's exactly what we do most of the time. We judge ourselves and our abilities based on environments which are not really for us. No one would think any less of a fish because they can't climb a tree. And for obvious reasons. They don't need to know to climb trees. It's not their environment. They're not wired to do so. And even if they knew, it wouldn't be useful to them in any way because they live in the water. So you have to reflect on what is your environment. Are you in a good environment for yourself? Are you in an environment that is encouraging you to work on your specific skills and abilities, on your gifts and talents? Or are you just comparing yourself to someone who is doing something completely different? And so the solution here is to spend less time thinking how you can be like other people and how you can fit in, and spend more time thinking, trying to understand and realize and discover who you are, what your abilities and skills are, what your gifts and talents are, as well as your weaknesses. You need to have a well-rounded idea of who you are. And step number 3 is start taking action. Confidence starts in your mind, but it is strengthened through experience. We all know that when we know that we are able to do something, we feel confident about it. And that's because we know that we've done it successfully in the past. So the obstacle sometimes here to start taking action is that you need your mind to be strong enough to push you outside of your comfort zone. When you start something new, it will always feel scary. But when you're able to push yourself to do it and actually make it, that will boost your self-confidence, because now you'll have proof of your abilities as well as belief. I know these steps might seem too simple maybe or too easy, but when you're able to implement them in your life, they can bring a massive change and prove to be very effective. When I was able to start changing the way I was thinking about myself and the way I saw myself, it had a very big impact on my confidence. And so I hope it might also help you to strengthen, develop, or improve your self-confidence. If you have any advice or tips on how to build self-confidence, make sure to leave a comment and click the like button if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!